Hey everybody, welcome back to the final Wednesday show of 2021, and it's the final broadcast from Vegas Tips and Tricks for the year. So we will wish everyone a happy, safe new year. Now keep in mind, if you're watching this, it's either late Tuesday, the wee hours of Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, or sometime on Wednesday, that today is your deadline if you want to submit a Vegas tip or trick for the contest. I'm going to go ahead and put that show together on Thursday. And so I need your content. And I know I've had several people contact me about submitting a video. And like I said, it could be, I think I have one that's like 15, 20 seconds long, but it's an entry. So go ahead and do that if you want to be entered for a chance to win the $25 gift card. We'll ramble on about Vegas on Saturday, or I guess I'll end up rambling on Thursday. And hopefully it'll be worthwhile reflection on what's changed in Las Vegas and my experiences this past year, what I've learned and what I'll take into the future. You know, the Wednesday show itself was a creation of 2021 and perhaps a bit of a hangover from 2020. In previous years, I had gone to Vegas sometimes most of the time, 3 times. I think there was even a year I went 4 times. And so there was usually a lot of sort of recorded content. And I was doing these little walk-arounds and walk-throughs before a lot of you other youngins were doing them. And, room tours and just kind of giving people a sense about what they would experience when they were in Vegas. And I kind of got away from that, and there were less trips and less vlogging of those trips. So it became a point of, what's the differentiation? What do we talk about on Wednesday that's any different than what we talk about on Saturday? And so I decided maybe we should split it up. And Saturday we talk more seriously about Vegas, about tips and tricks, about news, commentary, etc. And the Wednesday show would be more that kind of informal chit chat that so many of you actually seem to enjoy. Well, a few of you seem to enjoy. So, and I've enjoyed putting it together. We moved our cocktail feature over here for a few months until we decided we were going to take a break from that. I think that was a good move, though. I thought the field trips that we did this year were kind of fun. And I need to do more of those, particularly once the weather turns a bit, because I had fun doing them and I think they were interesting. And I missed a number of things. I mean, we did do our second trip to Nebraska a little bit. Could have done that better, but we missed out on a fun casino crawl that I did with a friend of mine back in July. That would have been a really good vlog, I think, maybe multiple stops along the way. And there's a lot of places in and around Lawrence that I think would be interesting for some of y'all to see. So we'll look into that a little more in the year to come as well. And we'll probably do more obnoxious frozen food tastings at least once a month or so. I thought about doing one today, but decided no. I really struggled with what we should talk about today. We're going to talk about sort of the best of Vegas on Saturday. I thought maybe there was some kind of quirky, wacky things we could talk about here on the Wednesday show that might not make the cut for the sort of year in review show. And I thought of a few. And so let's just kind of run through those. And, some of this is a little PG-13, so just, warning. You're watching this with your kids, maybe don't. I don't know. Who watches this with their kids? But anyway. So one thing I thought about was, what's the best casino I visited this year outside of Las Vegas? And I didn't visit all that many casinos this year, except for the casino crawl I did with my good friend Kevin. And like I said, that was back in July, so that's been almost 6 months ago. But we met up at like 9 in the morning, and we didn't finish our crawl until I think probably 6 o'clock or later. we struggled to find time to eat or drink anything along the way, though we did. And I have to say, this was a tour of the major casinos in Kansas City and in around the Kansas City area. I got lost 3 or 4 times. That would have been entertaining to vlog, wouldn't it? What would you people have enjoyed more than my distress? I didn't lose a shoe, though. But I would have to say of the casinos we visited on this trip, the best one overall was probably Ameristar. And I've been a big Harrah's partisan in Kansas City for one major reason, and that is because it tied into the whole Caesars Rewards program in Las Vegas as well. And so I had pretty good status there. That's pretty much gone. I have not played that much at the Caesars properties in recent visits. I didn't play that much at my last visit to Harrah's in Kansas City, which actually would have been back in July on that trip. So I'd have to say I was pretty impressed with Ameristar. That is still a really nice property. 2 levels of gaming, a lot of restaurants and bars and that sort of thing. I'm sure a very nice hotel. And it's now linked in, for those of you who care, to the Boyd Be Connected program. So I will definitely plan to visit that casino at least a couple of times a year, if for no other reason than to keep my Boyd comp points active until I have a chance to use them up. But yeah, I really thought that was a really interesting casino. I would definitely check it out again. And so that's our winner of the best non-Vegas casino. But let's go into Vegas casinos. And what do we like to do in a Vegas casino? We like to drink, don't we? That's right. So I had to think about it, but this year the award for best drink service on the casino floor, drum roll. I think I have a drum roll. I could put that in. Let's see if I put it in right here. Is Encore Las Vegas. And I say that based upon a fairly limited sample size. I did play there back in February a little bit when I stayed, I think just the one night, yeah. But I played there quite a bit in September on my 2-night stay because I actually stayed at the Encore Hotel. And it's a smaller casino, and it seems like the drink service is spectacular. I'm pretty sure I made my way through an entire 6-pack of Budweiser in the course of, couldn't have even been 2 hours. Excellent drink service there. In general, Wynn is pretty good. You can get some down times once in a while where it's hard to find a cocktail waitress, but most of the time it's pretty good. But Encore kicks it up another notch. On the other hand, let's say you want to play at a bar and get drinks. Where's the best place? My winner, drum roll please, was Bar Canada this year. We had a chance to spend a little time at Bar Canada in September for the Mark Timber events. And they were giving us free drinks before we even had a chance to put any money in the machines. And they kept it coming. So, a lot of places, they want to see lights flashing or, tickets being spit out of the machine. But no, at Bar Canada, they were right there bringing you a drink before you could finish the previous one. What else do we love in casinos? Well, we love hookers in casinos, don't we? Well, maybe sometimes. So I thought we'd talk about some of the hooker highlights of 2021. And I'd pick out 3 casinos. First, let's talk about the Flamingo. The old Bugsy's bar is really a magnet for working ladies, I have to say. And I noticed that, I think, a couple of times on the September trip. There was the first night in town, I was there with Daniel Ocean and shout out Daniel, and I think Ryan was there. And I think we were probably drunk enough that we were probably chatting up some of the ladies at the bar. I know, though, for a fact, and this may say more about us than her, but the next morning when I went to get coffee at about 8:30 in the morning, same girl sitting right there at Bugsy's bar. So I think she was relatively attractive. I don't know what she was charging. We didn't negotiate, but there you go. Number 2, this one goes back to February, and that was the Luxor. And one evening, pretty late at night, I decided I was going to play in the bank of machines that's kind of right as you come into the Luxor through the walkway from Excalibur. And I was assaulted by a barrage of young women who apparently were just making their way south from Excalibur into more upscale territory, I guess. But yes, there were many friendly young ladies, and no. I don't know what they were charging either. Reasonably attractive for what it was. But another spot if you're looking to meet a nice girl that you won't take home to mom. And finally, the best looking ladies of the evening has to go. Once again, we head back to one of our favorite properties, the Wynn Hotel and Casino. On a busy night at the Wynn, particularly in the wee hours, it's a winning prize. So there you go. I guess the Wynn is the winner of most attractive courtesans, shall we say. I'm guessing they probably, at the Wynn, I'm guessing they probably charge courtesan prices as well. So there you go. Drinking, whoring, gambling. That's what it was all about. What else could we throw in there? Favorite sort of gambling machine this year, I think, again, probably has to go to the old Caveman Keno, mostly because I had no luck this year at video poker and really can't remember any big-time bonuses on the slots either. So I guess we have to go then with, go with Caveman Keno. All right, so that's the Wednesday show. I hope you didn't have something better to do with the last 12 minutes of your life. But we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll have more fun Vegas best ofs on this week's Vegas Weekly. Until then, I hope that you have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.